In this episode, we go back to the mountains, check out some waterfalls, and, well, it gets a little windy. Here comes another gust. You ready? There. Whoa, just about pushed that side in. This episode is brought to you in part by Earl's Off-Road and Custom.
Well, thanks for joining for another adventure, everyone. Just sitting here grabbing some food on the go. Oh, here we go. Sweet and sour? Why, thank you so much.
I'm kidding.
You too. And we are heading to another mountain adventure, which is awesome. So, what seemed to take forever at Costco today, huge lineup, like massively huge lineup, like just amazingly huge. Anyways, we're finally on the road, probably about an hour later than what we expected, but hey, that's all part of the fun and games, isn't it? Anyways, meeting Johan. There's Johan. Hey, and we're off. Let's do this. Time to go have some fun. Thanks for joining, everyone.
We were excited to get out. It was Friday after work, and man, we were heading into the mountains. Our first campsite was a few hours away, so we did travel well into the night before we hit the campsite. You know, I love these mountain roads where you can just drive them at night. I can just drive forever. You know, I'm pretty happy with my light setup. They seem to give me a good distance as well as light up everything in front of me. Pretty happy with them. Finally get to camp.
Well, hey, how's it going?
Dude, when you guys came in, you guys lit up the whole mountainside. We actually thought it was the moon rising. It was so crazy. We were like, look, the moon's rising. We're like, just a second, is that the moon? No, it's moving. It's somebody coming. And we're like, it's got to be Ryan or Jason, one of the two.
That's awesome.
That's hilarious.
So bright. That's crazy. Hey there.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
All right.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, you betcha. Hey,
I tripped us out for a bit. We seen your lights before we even heard you guys.
That's awesome.
It was so bright.
Lights before lockers, right?
Yeah. Oh,
It was time to set up the tent and get ready for bed. This Gazelle tent, man, it's been faithful and trusty. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
It was getting pretty late. I was definitely looking forward to going to bed. Tried setting up my diesel heater. It decided it didn't want to work. Blew a bunch of black smoke. Then the screen went red, flashing red, and I'm pretty sure it swore at me in Chinese. And then that was it. It was done. I was pretty happy I brought my buddy heater as well. Kept me warm. I was looking forward to crashing. I always sleep well when I'm out in the mountains. Well, I always love sleeping in nature. It's always a good sleep. Anyways, let's see what this campsite's all about. We arrived at when it was all dark and didn't really see much, so let's see what we got. Oh, wonderful. Good morning. A little bit frosty this morning. All right, breakfast eaten, coffee drink, and packed up and ready to head out and hit some high alpine areas. So everyone's slowly getting everything packed up, and here, I'll just switch the camera around here. There we go. So we have a couple of cool, nicely set up rigs out here. How's it going? So we have some pretty sweet Toyotas on the trip with us this time. That's always fun. That Toyota's set up pretty nice. I like that. It's pretty sick. Really like that. Yep. Some cool stuff. Anyways, aired down the tires so that hit the gravel roads with a little more pliability. Oh,
That's one way to get your rig level. That's using your max tracks to the extreme.
Or your fake max tracks.
Or your fake. Right? This is Dave from Yucca Pack's new camper, which is pretty cool. So he has the Yucca Pack. This is the camper without the tent on it. And it's actually pretty sweet as well. How do you like it so far?
It's awesome. I had a fiberglass one before and would choose this 100 times over. It's such an awesome product.
That's awesome.
There's so much room inside here with the square walls. You can fit so much stuff in there. It's awesome.
No, it's a pretty sick little unit.
Yep.
I like it.
It was now time to head out, get on the trail, and make our way to our next camp spot.
Is it a beautiful morning? I'm so excited. Sunny day. All the wind that we were hitting coming in last night kind of went away as soon as we got to camp. Can't ask for better than that. It is gorgeous outside right now. Woohoo! Yeah, it's gonna be a good day. I love coming over a ridge and seeing a beautiful mountain in front of you. We've definitely had a little bit of rain back here lately. Got some good puddles going on. This puddle looks a little deep. I think it's going to be a fun one. Check it out.
We made our way down to the bottom of the mountain. We were going to regroup and kind of take a couple photos.
We've got a good group of vehicles heading out today. Gonna be a fun day. Beautiful morning. Look at those mountains in the background. Absolutely amazing.
After we regrouped, we made our way down to another set of falls. You never want to miss a set of waterfalls. They're so beautiful. They're peaceful, serene, and always a highlight of a trip. As we were pulling into park to go down to the falls, I kind of noticed that this one Toyota, well, it was making some funny sounds.
This air intake is cool. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. That's cool.
When we got down to the falls, I saw Andre flying his drone. We all played around, had a great time.
He made it!
That's one way to get across.
Terrifying.
Yeah. Boy, catch it on. You get it on video?
Yeah. Well, I think you have a few.
It was time to get on to our next campsite. Man, it is so beautiful back in here. I absolutely love exploring these areas.
There is a cow in the middle of the road. Hashtag moo.
When you drive through here in the fall, there are always a lot of cattle drives going on. The day was really shaping up to be a beautiful day. Beautiful sun, beautiful scenery. We couldn't ask for better.
Stopped at the outlook right here because, well, you always have to stop here. The mountain views are absolutely amazing. Check that out, guys. Like, wow. This is why we want to do this. Can't ask for a better view than that, that's for sure.
No, you can't.
Oh, hi, Andre.
Hey, Jason.
Yep. Beautiful day. Sunny, warm, no wind, like literally no wind. The wind we were getting as we were coming into camp last night was pretty heavy duty, but glad that died off.
Yeah.
Hi! Oh, you're a cute puppy. Look at you. Oh, yeah, it's a good puppy. What a good puppy.
So we got 3 Jeeps, 3 Toyotas, and Ryan's the tiebreaker.
Yeah, one big old pool.
Oh, hey. Nope. And then, of course, Ryan's got his rig, which is really nicely set up. All right, we are traveling along and we're coming along to the spot where I crashed my drone, and people have named this Crash Drone Flats. So the pin I have on my GPS. I'm changing it to crash drone flats. Here, I'll spin this around so you can see. There we go. So yeah, straight down there, right at the very bottom is where I crashed my drone. There's the big tree right there. So that's where she crashed, was right over there.
What happened, Jay?
Crashed my drone.
Where did you crash your drone?
Way up there.
Oh boy.
Anyways, crash drone flats, everybody. On the video, actually, a good friend of mine, Chris, he came and helped me recover the drone. He had tree climbing gear, and man, I couldn't have done it without Chris. So big shout out to Chris. Here's a little bit of footage. Anyways, I'll put some footage of us recovering that drone.
Yeah, great weekend. I think that one will be stuck forever in my mind.
We eventually make our way to the trailhead, turn, and start heading up the mountain.
We're almost to the top.
How much further? Our truck could use a break. We're starting to get pretty hot.
Copy. I'll stop just up here. It kind of levels out right here as we get around the corner, so we can stop right here if you want.
Sounds good.
I had to stop. We had to pull over to the side here so people could get by us. We have one vehicle that's doing a little bit of overheating, so looks like he's got a bunch of junk in between a couple of rads in there, so it's all good. Mechanics with a hot dog stick. Oh yeah. That's almost as good as a zip tie. Almost.
Both of us working on components.
A little bit of gunk in the rod.
Up in between the rod and whatever, the condenser.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
That's because you've been adventuring too much.
Yeah. I've been cleaning them.
Well, hopefully we can get her to stop overheating. Okay, that's cool.
And then once we get up to the top, we can pull.
Yeah.
We can pull out more.
Are we planning to camp on top still?
I'm okay camping on top. As long as Andre's cool driving down because he's got to leave.
Yeah, they're leaving.
Yeah. No, I'm cool camping up top. Like, wow.
Yeah, it's actually pretty nice there.
Yeah, we can't ask for better weather.
With the wind down and the tent heater not making the tent smell like a Chinese shipping container anymore, it's more than doable.
Awesome.
Yeah, we can take this apart up top and we can.
Well, if you need to stop I'll probably stop just as we're getting onto the shelf road.
Okay.
So I want to launch my drone.
Yeah.
So if you need to stop to let
How
her,
much further? Like, is it this steep the entire way?
pretty close, yeah.
Whoa.
I would say pretty close. Like we're about halfway through the climb. So there's whatever we just did, probably times 2. So
I'll keep an eye on it if I need to stop and I'll let you guys know.
yeah, just holler.
Wally definitely has not.
I don't mind stopping on the shelf road, makes for good pictures. Man, what a beautiful, beautiful little area. Not technical in terms of trail, but it is absolutely stunning. So a lot of people here wanted to head up to Racehorse Pass because they haven't been here before. So this is our opportunity to head up there. We're going to camp up at the summit. Now you can't go on the other side because they closed the BC side, but can you ask for better views than this if you wanted to go camping? Wow. Here comes some crazy views. Stop right here. My drone's doing something funky.
All my drone said was that it lost communication. and it was immediately landing. So I figured it was gone forever, that it had landed somewhere in the valley down below. But in all honesty, it went back to its home location, which I was really thankful for. So we ran back and got it. Paul and I ran back to get the drone. Well, actually, what I should say is Paul ran to get the drone. I'm an old man, so I'm not as fast as he did. So he grabbed the drone for me and brought it back up to me. But it did record the trip all the way back home to the Jeep. Well, with the drone safely back in my hands, it was time to head up to the campsite. It wasn't that far ahead now, we just had to get there. Check out this campsite way down at the bottom of this little steep hill. It's definitely one that I've pinned and want to go check out in a future adventure. Hey, we made it to the top of the mountain. Well, where we could drive. I'd say that's the top of the mountain. Isn't that gorgeous? So getting camp set up. Got my tent over here. We got the fire pit ready to go. And the guys are trying to get Paul's truck cleaned out, the rads and everything. There's a lot of dirt in there, so it was overheating coming up the hill. You guys get a lot out of there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
It's coming out.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's all built up. It's hard getting in here to work on it.
Well, that should make a big difference, we're hoping, so. Well, that works better than Doritos.
Yeah, this is the easy way.
Sitting here watching these guys climb the mountain. They are literally like right on that edge right there, and they're coming back down now. Took some pictures of them way far away, and that's got to be pretty physically challenging. It's at a pretty steep incline up there. Oh man, is this ever beautiful. Look at the way the sun is hitting the mountains as it goes down. Absolutely incredible. Wow. It's gonna be a good night of camping. Camp all set up. Had a wonderful afternoon watching a bunch of climbers climb up this mountain here. It was kind of cool. Sitting in the sun, enjoying an absolutely amazing day. So sun's starting to set and it's getting chilly pretty quick. Wind's starting to pick up pretty good. So figured might as well make some dinner. So tonight we're going to do a little bit of a hamburger mix. There we go, that's almost ready. But I am excited. This is fermented fire hot sauce, honey cherry chipotle. If you guys haven't seen fermented fire before or heard of these guys, check them out. They're a Alberta company, and their stuff is pretty awesome. So I'm looking forward to taking this and putting it in there and creating one heck of a meal for tonight. And then while that's cooking up, the last rays
of the afternoon are just bathing this gorgeous mountain behind us. Yeah, this was a pretty cool day. You can see the sun just in behind the mountain there. And everyone is here for a fire and gonna enjoy the night. What an amazing day it's been. All right, this is the best part, where we take the fermented fire hot sauce and make some really cool. This is gonna be so good. Fermented fire, guys, check them out.
No, camping I let her sit till like 10. But she'll tell me, she'll be like, I'm ready.
We had a pretty good night. It was fun sitting around the fire, telling stories. Well, I was going to crash, head to bed. Winds are picking up though. I was a little bit worried about them. Some pretty wicked winds coming up. So definitely making it a little bit harder to sleep. But yeah, it's pushing the sides of the tents in, or the tent in here, and pretty good windstorm. Not a cloud in the sky, but lots of wind. Here comes another gust. There. Whoa, just about pushed that side in. Whew. Just getting windy. The winds continued to pick up throughout the night. Well, that was probably the windiest night I think I've ever seen. That was a lot of fun. Not really, but it was kind of. It's an adventure. What can you say? Anyways, about 2 a.m, I packed up the tent, got it all put in the Jeep, and then slept in the Jeep for the rest of the night. I was holding up the walls on the inside of the tent, trying to make sure it wasn't collapsing in on me. So I guess site selection is pretty key when you're putting your tent up in a potentially windy area. So Johan, where he's got his tent set up, it's actually in a good spot. He had a little bit of an issue up there a couple times, but we were getting probably 80 km/h winds. I would say pretty easily in that range. And it was incessant all night long. So now we're up in the morning here, and beautiful, sun's coming up, still super windy, but yeah, always an adventure. This is great. I love it. Well, this is the windiest I've ever gone camping with the Gazelle tent, and it is by far an adventure. But man, look at the sun coming up over the mountains over here. So beautiful. Here, let me just switch the camera around. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Holy Toledo. Yeah. A beautiful windy morning. Well, we had a very windy drive ahead of us to make it down the mountain, but we had one more stop that we still had to go to. Wanted to hit Lundbrick Falls before I went home.
So we decided to take a little bit of a stop at Lundbrick Falls on the way home. It's a really cool waterfall. If you haven't been here, definitely come by, check it out. I have to sit inside the vehicle because the wind is howling. The wind we got last night, it's coming through the valley now. Anyways, Lundbrick Falls. Check this out, guys. It's pretty amazing. Woo-hoo, that wind. Pretty impressed.
Just like this weekend wasn't perfect. Life, well, it's not perfect either. That's why you have to enjoy those little moments, because they add up.
That's cool. So cool.
Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. I've got more adventures coming.